Hi, Eduardo. So the video or the topic for this week was an introduction to the Arthenius relationship. It's important that I mention that it's just an introduction because they mentioned that through the course we're gonna see more details about this. But right now they only want to show us and share with us a little yeah a little about Arthenius life and why it is so important, that relation, that equation. And they mentioned that for them it's important and relevant to talk about not only the equations or formulas, but also it's relevant to know about the person who contributed on that or invented that or developed the equation, because sometimes we are not so used to give credit to that person. I mean, obviously the name of the formula is Arthenius, like him, but we tend to forget that it's a name and it's a face behind that name and a life with behind that. So they clarify that they think it's relevant and important to share a little bit of his life first. Life talking about chemistry area and his contributions to the science, not about his personal life. That's another thing, right? So, but yeah. So uh, they said that Arthenius is a Swedish chemist and his name is Svante Arthenius. That's why the formula has his name. That has that name because his last name, Arthenius. And he is the one who quantified for us the important observation that chemical reactions happen more rapidly as we go to higher temperatures. And maybe now that sounds obvious, or yeah, that sounds obvious now, maybe for some people, but that this happened at 99th century. So it wasn't that obvious at that moment. And all of his contributions make a real impact in the chemistry area. But also the reactions, they happen more rapidly at one exponentially faster rate. And that concept is the one that we are going to see helpful, or they said that we are going to see helpful to in understanding solid state diffusion, that it's supposed to be the next topic and the next video. And also in some other applications that we are going to see throughout the discourse. So this is him, and yeah, they show us his equation, and they tell us that through the course they're gonna explain us in with more details the develop and why is each letter there, like why is a C, why is an R and a T, and why the Q has a minus. So but right now they only show us the equation, and sorry, and they tell us that this equation is telling us it is at the rate at which chemical reaction occur increase exponentially with temperature. So this is the equation that he developed, and it looks small and simple, but I know that it has a lot of studies behind that, and there is a lot of hard work and knowledge. So it's impressive how something short that looks easy, it could be really hard. Lastly, they told us that we call this the Arrhenius equation, the one that I already showed you, because we are indebted to Svante Arrhenius, that it was a great Swedish chemist from the 19th century, that, like I was telling you, and it was one of the great scientists of the 19th century. I mean, that's a lot. And also, he very appropriately won the second Nobel Prize in chemistry for this work. So you can see that his equation, it's not only something that help us, but it's something that really changed the world of chemistry, because he won a Nobel Prize by that. And it's not easy to win a Nobel Prize, but at the same time, when I saw that in the video, I was happy, because some scientists or engineers, or so there are so many people that was not recognized in their times, and that's sad, because if you think about it, they died believing that, or knowing that they made good contributions, but they are not recognized by that, at least at that moment. Maybe later, yes, and usually that happened, but they are not here already. They are already not here, so around us. So it's kind of sad, and I'm glad that he won the Nobel Prize and he was alive when that happened. So yeah, that was it. Actually, it was a really short video, um, but I think that it was just because they was telling about his life and not about a topic. But they said that it was important and relevant to talk about his life, so I decided to talk about this. Thank you.